Good evening. Welcome to another Zelda 1 Randomizer random percent tournament race. Uh, this is round two between Shatty and ta909. I'm John Tabin. Joining me on comms is Magic Friends. Good evening, Magic Friends.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, and I'm looking forward to this match. If you didn't see game one, Shatty won. That's a bit of a spoiler, but you might still enjoy watching it because that seed had a fun plot twist. But Shatty came out ahead. ta909's remorse flag is to turn shapes on. So we will have shapes dungeons.
Yeah, the races today, all of them have had something really crazy going on. We've had a 5-minute, we've had a seed that was like a 10-minute jet seed. We've had a seed that had massive trolls in it. So if it's anything like the rest of the stuff today, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, this is random percent. Most of the flags are set to 50-50. So the runners and the audience kind of have to figure out the rules of the game as we go. Tracking for us in the background is Eat My Steel, and our restreamer for this race is Captain Green 7. They are reading up in the IRC, so we should be off to the races shortly. Vanilla start. What do you know? And we got the...
I don't even think Shetty realized they had the wood sword when they went to pick up the wood sword. Oh, that is a blank start. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, they started with the wood sword, and they are at the wood sword cave with no extra candles on. So nothing to get in that cave. TA not bothering to pick up the sword. So no extra candles means they will have to either find the red candle or buy a blue candle at some point. Because if there's no candle in the wood sword cave, there's also not going to be extra candles in the take any's.
So we have 0 Triforces to start as well. So normally we could have anywhere between 0 and 8 Triforces to start with. So these runners have to find all 8 dungeons. They're going to have to explore everything pretty much.
Yep, got to catch them all. And
with shapes turned on, that's not easy. And we have bomb upgrades too.
Yeah, that means they replace White Sword and Magical Sword with bomb upgrades rolled on, which means that wood sword they start with is the only sword they're getting.
Well, if they wanted hard mode, this is it. You can see Shatty is using the Luigi sprites, so all of this stuff is going to be based on Mario sprites instead of the regular Link sprites. So
yeah,
if you have any questions in chat, let us know, and we'll point out which one's which.
Yeah, Shatty's sprite set is always fun to see. Yeah, and the remorse flag is that shapes are going to be on. So ta909 finding level 3. It is the vanilla level 3 dungeon palette, but it should be a random shape. Shatty right behind him. Apologies, we got a bit of a slideshow from ta909. I'm not sure there's a lot we can do about that for the moment. But
good bomb placement by Shatty to pick up both of the dark nuts there.
Yeah. Man, TA really just staring down this room. They won't even move. They're so afraid of him.
All right, so there's a heart container on the floor that is going to start hinting to us that maybe Heart Shuffle is not turned on.
Yeah, that mushroom sprite is a heart container in Chatty Sprite set, and we haven't seen the basement item yet. So
This could be a basement item here. So let's see if we can push this block. And TA is not far behind. He's in the same. He's going to be in about one room behind Shatty here. So they're both pretty much taking the same path, moving the same way. That block doesn't push. We have our Triforce here. Shatty's just going to grab it. Let's see, does TA grab it or does he? Well, let's see if Shatty comes back in actually.
That's a good point. There's a Triforce in the Triforce room. Was that heart container Shatty picked up? Was that in the desert room? I didn't notice. Well, actually, with shapes, I'm not sure if it still works that way. But what we're getting at is there is a flag that puts everything in its vanilla room. So if all the Triforces are in Triforce rooms, you begin to suspect that the compass may be in their compass rooms and maps and so forth, and dungeon drops in the boss rooms. But
so TA is gonna dig around in the Deadwoods. Shatty's gonna go and find the power bracelet that he already has up on Death Mountain. So he has 6 bombs up here, which is almost enough to clear out everything if it's first quest. But if it's second quest or mixed, that's gonna leave him short a couple.
Yeah.
And TA showing us that it is definitely not first quest, as the bottom left corner does not bomb.
Yeah, it's mixed for sure, because he scrolled to the first quest level 3 screen and it looked like first quest level 3, not like a cave and like it does in a straight second quest overworld. And since that first quest 30 secret cave did not open, it's mixed quest, meaning things that appear in one quest but not out the other may or may not be there. Which gives them a lot of places to check. Yeah, Shatty making the early play to Death Mountain. See how that plays out.
TA is finding another dungeon down on the coast.
It's level 1. Small and rich with potential items, so could be big.
Also, level 1 tends to be a dungeon you can clear without too much worry about bombs. And since TA only has 2 of them, that's going to help him out a little bit too. We do have a pretty decent-sized medium secret, though. I believe that was a 39 for the medium, so that will help us to pay for some bomb packs and get our wood arrows if we need those.
TA getting bodied by that manhandler to go in for round 2. And Shatty finds a candle shop, so he's the first to buy a candle.
TA finds out that going straight north... Oh, and TA finds a wand.
Ooh, nice. And this is the Vanilla Aqua Mentis room, which it does look like the shuffle item drops rooms are off, meaning that the floor drops will be in their in the rooms where the boss heart containers are, and so forth. And And we definitely have Dungeon Heart Shuffle on if we're seeing a wand on the floor in that room, assuming I'm right about the other flag. If we see a heart somewhere else, maybe throw that out the window. But right now, I'm thinking Heart Shuffle.
TA is ending up with a lot of keys in this level 1, which is kind of rare. Level 1 tends to kind of gobble up your keys for no reason.
Well, level 1 has a lot of keys. It also has a lot of key doors. So, depending on how the shape rolls, it can be generous, or it can just take away everything it gives you. So. And TA finds the bow in the basement. Now, you find the bow in the basement of 1. Usually, your first thought is, do we have unshuffled items? But since the wand was on the floor, well, items are shuffled. That's just a coincidence. But I don't know if there was a way to get past that, get to the basement first, and be confused by that.
Well, that's 2 huge advantages for TA. He's going to have better overworld combat, and he's got half of the puzzle if Ganon is required. Now, that's only 50% that he is required, but...
So TA got the Triforce out of level 1. Did he get the Triforce out of level 3? Or I mean, we were losing frames at that time, so maybe we don't know for sure.
I believe he was heading towards that room, so I'm going to assume that he did.
Yeah.
$5 bombs. All right, we can buy those.
Hey, and Shatty's seeing the book for sale. That means that Boomstick is on. If you pull that wand out of 1 and you scrape together enough money, your wand could start throwing explosions.
If I'm not mistaken, the overworld secrets are 20 for the small, which is max, and 39 for the medium, which is
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So they might be able to get that boomstick, particularly since the other book flag that could also be on. I think are they all? I haven't noticed the NPC text, but if the NPCs are all saying the same thing, the book can translate them. But more importantly, since we have Shapes Dungeons, Book as Atlas might be on. So buying that book might give you the map as soon as you find a dungeon. Which, of course, there may be other things to budget for, but it's got to be on your mind when you see that. Now, TA didn't have a candle in the Deadwood, so he has not seen that book for sale yet. Only Shatty has.
Yeah, and TA's got a couple of things that kind of want his money right now. He still needs to find a candle, and he knows now that he's going to have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he finds it the red. He also has the bow now, so he's kind of valued into buying arrows. Okay. So, and he also knows that it's mixed quest. And we don't know if it's mixed quest first money or mixed quest third money yet. So he may only be thinking there's a chance there's only one large secret to go with.
Yeah, second quest only has one large secret, and mixed quest may have first or second quest money cape distribution. And yeah, we already saw those bomb upgrades, so no sword upgrades, no extra candles. Other than the wand in 1, which if Shatty checks the coast, continues east and checks the coast, he'll find pretty soon. Seed not doing our runners a lot of favor so far.
All right, we've got level 2 from TA in the armor spot in the Lost Woods, so...
Yeah, finding 312 early on is nice. Little dungeons first. But we got a ladder block. Is there a way around it? Might be able to bomb around it.
Well, if there's any dungeon that's going to have bomb walls, it's 2.
Yeah. generally every wall except for the wall behind the old man in 2 is bombable.
Manhandla is not being TA's friend today.
Not being very friendly to Shatty either. Let's see if he can take him down. He does. Nice.
So Shatty also going to keep digging this dungeon. He's going to find his wand right there. Shatty able to sneak into that like and scoop it up without even touching him. I feel like Shatty knows that this could be a floor drop here. That's why he's fighting that Manhandle a lot. If the floor drop rooms are not shuffled again.
Mm-hmm. And TA finding the recorder on the floor here. And yeah, that sandy room is the Dodongo room, so that the recorder shuffling to that heart container spot. Now the recorder can do several things with this flag. Like I said, it could recorder to the vanilla spots of the dungeons you've beaten, just like it does in first and second quest. It could recorder to the new dungeons that we've beaten in this seed, which is the flag that people usually play with. It can record it on beaten dungeons, and if recorded unbeaten and recorder to new dungeons are both on, all of a sudden it can speed up overworld travel considerably. So looks like first thing TA is going to do is check this recorder lake and see what's under here, and we'll see what the warp actually does after that. And TA did get that Triforce out of 2. He now has the Triforces out of 1 and 2. As well as 3. Oh, Shatty finding 5.
So TA's gonna start exploring up in the northeast corner. Just losing some money in there. So Shatty now being in 5, that's a bit of a bigger dungeon. It's going to be a little bit harder for him to dig all of this out.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I wonder if TA saw that when he was, disconnected, because it wasn't that far from 1. TA clipping into the HUD to hit this check here, and he finds level 4.
So normally level 4 would be the last of the dungeons that does not have any staircase rooms, but since Shapes is on any of the dungeons, could be stairs.
No, the staircases are in 1 and are in all of the dungeons except for 2.
I meant transports, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, with Shapes there can be segmented with more transports. There can be segmented dungeons that add transport staircases, but
TA not even caring about that.
They started with the wood sword and the power bracelet and no Triforce pieces.
Alright, TA going back, grabbing our map. This is a very long and thin 4, so hopefully we don't eat up all of our bombs in here.
They started with the wood sword on the wood sword screen too. And the Armos item is the power bracelet. So yeah, I really didn't give them a whole lot. And,
and 4 has Wiz robes in it.
No extra candles. So yeah, they Shatty bought a candle. I don't know if TA's gotten around to it yet.
TA making good work of a blue Wiz robe there. Always difficult to get your blue Wiz robes down when you have such few hearts. He died to any sword beam there, so or any beam there, so.
Now TA just showing off, not grabbing that clock to take down that last bull's voice. You see the wood boomerang in the floor in level 4, taking a pass on it. Going back in, he's seen the Triforce. I imagine he'll just grab it and go. Although he knows Heart Shuffle's on based on stuff he's seen, so he may keep digging for floor items. Nope, he's gonna go.
One thing to keep in mind is that there's also the possibility that the red ring and the silvers get automatically shuffled into 9. That's another 50% flag. So once you have the bow, he's probably just, in his head, he's probably thinking like, let me find the ladder while I'm digging these other dungeons. That'll make sure that I can't get blocked in a dungeon. And once that happens, he just wants to figure out if the seed needs those silver arrows or not.
Yeah, I didn't see why Shatty left 5 either. I was watching TA in 4.
Troll hint today says, I know we got a hint here somewhere. I'm seeing a lot of 20s coming up on these rupee counts, so I'm starting to feel like this is second quest money. Not confirmed yet, but there's more of the tenors. TA now buying a candle up on Death Mountain.
Both runners have a blue candle now.
Ooh, that is not someplace I think we've been to yet, is it?
Oh.
So level 8 for Shatty, and then TA blew the whistle, went to a dungeon that was at just to the right of the desert shop in that bush. And then immediately up-A'd when he got there. So I'm assuming that was one of the dungeons he'd already done.
Yeah, I didn't. It happened too quickly. I didn't see it.
This 8 is not being kind to Shatty. And he is definitely blocked out of that 8, so we're going to need something to get through that block.
TA chose to turn Shapes dungeons on. Was the flag? And I think that one is one they both have to agree on, but if so, they did. I'm not 100% on that.
I feel like that would be hard gallows because TA did see both the wand and the he saw the wand and the bow in one. So unless the wand got shuffled to the floor,
the bow was in the basement. It may be that TA hasn't noticed that the wand and the recorder that he picked up were both in boss rooms in the in the room where you get the heart container. That's why I'm assuming Heart Shuffle is on. He might just be thinking of them as they're just the floor items from 1 and 2. So let's see how that plays out. There are a lot of little nuances to these seeds. I'm not sure how much. I mean, TA is a fantastic player. Was so a couple years ago was one of the very top players. But he took a couple years off from playing Z1R at all. So that might be something he missed. I'm not sure.
And with these flags, a lot of us are just
yeah, you learn something new every day. Yeah.
I've learned a new thing in the last 3 seeds I've raced. So
yeah, for sure. And Shatty made that comment too. He said every time I practice these flags, I learn about a new flag.
All right, so we've got a Triforce in 6. Shatty knows where it is, but he's going to keep digging. He's got to stick his head in one room. Side, that's it. Let's get out of here. Shatty heading back down Burn Row. TA already showed us Burn Row. There wasn't a ton over there. Oh, I guess Shatty's going into the desert now. She's probably going to check some of these tiles should be checking some of these tiles for recorder spots.
Well, Shatty doesn't have the recorder. I don't think Shatty...
reading. That's good. I should do the reading. It's right in front of me.
I don't think Shatty saw level 2. I didn't catch where level 5 was. Because I thought that Shatty was heading in the direction of where TA found 2 on the coast, but then he was in 5 next time I looked. So, and TA finding what must be the magical sword bomb upgrade up in Death Mountain. I don't think you worry too much about that. That replaced White Sword Magical Sword with Bomb Upgrades flag. Obviously, it's designed for swordless flags. It adds an interesting element to these flags, having it with a sword. Shatty finding 7 in the forest.
So I'm starting to think that the whistle is sending us to second quest completed dungeons. Because
well, there's no whistle to second quest dungeon. In vanilla second quest, the whistle goes to the first quest dungeon locations. So it either goes to the first quest locations or it goes to the locations in the seed. There's not anything besides that.
All right, well, it definitely goes to completed dungeons because it just took TA back onto the coast.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's new dungeons. New dungeons beaten. Yeah. And the 4 was in that letter cave, and because of the way the letter cave screen works, it will whistle you one screen below so you don't soft lock. So that makes sense.
All right, Shatty now knows where the Triforce is in this 7. He's gonna keep digging it out. That's a bit of a gamble for him. He has the bow already, but he's seen a bunch of dungeons and a couple of them were blocked, so he might be thinking that maybe diving 7 to find that ladder might be a good play here.
Yeah, I mean that's a big gamble, but if the ladder's 7, it'll pay off.
Yeah, that's the kind of gamble that with the movement and combat that Shatty has, and this dungeon doesn't look like it has too many difficult enemies, he's banking on being able to clear it pretty quickly, and then it either puts him behind by a couple minutes or puts him a mile ahead.
Okay, TA in 5 now. I'm really confused as to why one of them was in 5 and one of them was in 2, and they didn't find the other, because weren't they right next to each other? But but I don't know. Maybe the frame drops just threw me off.
So Shatty's finding a Dig Dogger room that could possibly be his staircase item. And if that's the case, then this level 7 dig is going to be very fruitless.
Mm-hmm.
Chat saying that the 8 was fully ladder blocked, so we're gonna have to find that to finish this seed no matter what we do.
All right, so that's gotta be what Shatty's thinking is. I need that ladder, and I'm gonna start digging items. Meanwhile, TA grabbing the Triforce out of 5.
Ooh, troll push block there for Shatty. Not happy with that, because each one of these push blocks that doesn't work, it leads him closer and closer to needing that recorder. Now we've got a reverse C here. That one could be.
Now that key in the corner is interesting. I say that because that's not something that you usually see, but if the remove open staircases flag is on, it might take the room that has the key in the corner and replace it with a reverse C. And
we have a kite.
I think that's the boat. Yeah, I think that's supposed to look like the boat from Mario 3. It's Shatty's raft sprite. So
Shatty's gonna go back in here, grab his Triforce, and take his boat on out of here.
Yeah.
Both runners are avoiding floor drops still, so hopefully that doesn't come back and get him.
Now TA in 7, just trading places in the green dungeons.
So TA might just take this Triforce and go, because he hasn't seen the ladder block in 8 yet. To him, he's got to find 6 and 8 and go mode. TA finds a heart on the floor in 7, so he is still digging this out.
Mm-hmm. And that heart on the floor was not in the level 7 Aquamentus room. Although, I'm not sure what... The nuances of how the item drops and the shapes dungeons interact, I'm not quite sure. We're definitely seeing all the Triforces and Triforce rounds,
So TA found that compass and immediately went south. He even burned a key instead of going all the way around. So he definitely is bailing on this 7. He already found the heart, so he's probably thinking that, now there's only one item that could be in the 7, and since it's not the bow, he's just going to take off.
Yeah, TA grabbing that Triforce and getting out of there as fast as he can. Which, if Shatty doesn't find anything at the raft spots, will be the correct move, but if the raft spots turn out to be important, Shatty's gamble pays off. So let's check out what happens when Shatty checks this raft spot.
We have seen both 6 and 8 from our runners, so unless 9 is on the raft spot or some kind of convoluted wood sword on the raft spot kind of thing happens. Oh, TA finds 9.
Yeah, we was it on the desert? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it's on the desert house.
which means that Shatty had better get that recorder out of 2. The raft is gonna do nothing but waste time, unless it's like a giant secret or something. But meaning a lot of money, but it's not gonna open the seed because we've seen the both bomb upgrades in caves. The magical sword and white sword are accounted for. We've seen
all the dungeons, so
yeah
there's not much left on the overworld.
Yeah, there's stuff Shatty hasn't seen, but I think we've seen everything.
All right, so Shatty is now in 2. This is probably the best location for him right now.
Okay, so 2 was in a different place than I thought. That's why I was confused.
Right. Yeah, 2 was at the Armos statue in the woods. And Shatty finds a heart container on a tile-looking room in 2. So that would have normally been the blue boomerang.
Was it with fireball turrets?
It had nothing on it. It was just tiled floor.
Okay, well...
it's this room he's going into right now.
Yeah. Well, the vanilla blue boomerang room has fireball turrets in the corner, so... So it may be that shapes just changes how that flag works in a way I don't understand. Would not be the first time.
Alright, Shatty's got his Triforce in 6, but he's still got to receive the bad news about 8.
Yeah, TA's got his Triforce out of 6, not Shatty.
Yeah.
And, well, Shatty has it too, but, yeah. So yeah, TA is, 8 was close to here, I think, so he'll find it, but then he'll find the ladder block.
Ah, 8 is an entrance to Almost Death. Ah, this might not be blocked. There's the
recorder might be a way around. Yeah. That's a transport, but that recorder transport may take him around the ladder block that stopped Shatty when he was in here. So.
In all possibility, that bottom right corner is just like 5 rooms by themselves. So there's a good shot that it wasn't blocked at all. That's just the only rooms that were there.
Possible too. We'll see if we get a map. But, TA is flying here. We're 36 minutes in. He's got 7 Triforces, and he's on his way to getting the 8th. So if there is a ladderless path through, he's going to find it.
That is a second there. That is a second transport in this 8. So this 8 is all sorts of segmented.
Yeah. Well, there's 1 transport in 8 anyway, but then yeah, there's at least 2 segments. So, and probably 3 based on just.
Nice strike by Shatty, getting some revenge on that troll handler from earlier. So Shatty has his recorder now. He's going to get out of 2. And he's going to be able to go do a couple things with this recorder. He'll probably blow the whistle when he gets out of here to figure out what the recorder will do, and then he'll be able to, he doesn't know it yet, but he can start digging through 8 again.
TA finding that ladder block in 8. No way around it, so he's taking the staircase again. I have to see a map to know for sure if how much of this TA is seeing, and if it turns out that the Triforce is behind that ladder block, he could end up putting a lot more time into this than Shatty did just by virtue of having the recorder. So.
That Dodongo is not playing nice with him. But we find another open staircase. Any key in 8.
That's a nice thing to have. Doesn't get them... It's not the ladder.
Well, TA was avoiding a couple of key doors because he was down to 2 keys and he was debating whether or not to go through it. So now he's going to be able to crack those open, and hopefully they will discover some more of the dungeon for him, hopefully for him, with the Triforce.
Shatty definitely has the level 2 Triforce. You can fill that in. Guess he just whistled there. But yeah, with the any key, there are a lot of possible paths that TA can take that he wasn't willing to before. I wonder where this map is. It's supposed to be not through a bomb hole, but it can be behind a ladder block.
That gives him the floor item and another heart, and there's the Triforce for 8. TA is going to be our first runner into 9 shortly here.
Yeah, if
silvers are shuffled into 9, or if they're
or Ganon's
if that flag's not on, or Ganon's not required, TA is going to have a huge lead.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of how the flags rolled, TA has some sort of lead. We just don't know how big it is. Yeah, and it's also possible he gets to Zelda and she's ladder blocked. We've seen it before.
So TA taking a couple of moments to run over here and get a potion. Pretty smart heads-up play. Neither runner has any mail yet, so that'll... And we haven't seen a lot of Wiz Robes yet either, so he's probably predicting Wiz Robes in this dungeon. For a dungeon with 0 Triforces to start, only Wood Sword, and pretty much nothing else to start with, the TA has destroyed the overworld on this. Now it's just a matter of does the math work out for him?
Yeah, and Magic Runs, I don't know how long you've been around the Z1R community, but over the past couple of years, every so often this conversation comes up, whatever happened to ta909, and this is why, because we all remember him doing things like this and just blowing our minds, and we've all been wondering why did he stop playing, and it's great to see him back.
And I've heard a lot of people say that, like, you know, after a while you're just waiting for the game to get kind of fresh and new again, and with this random percent thing, it really changes everything.
Yeah, he said he when I asked where he'd been, he just said real life got in the way, and then he he had some time this spring, as many of us do, and he looked in the Discord and saw, oh, there's a tournament coming up. And
yeah, I know the sentiment was pretty much the same from Lack Attack, who's normally a vanilla runner, but he decided to jump in this tournament because he basically said, like, this is interesting enough outside of like what I normally run doing vanilla speed runs that I feel like it's a completely different beast.
Yeah.
All right, so TA's back over a couple rows now. Those wall masters look really close, and then the screen freezes, and I don't know what's going on. So TA is looking for an entrance that can find Zelda. And because of the way that the flags are shuffled, Zelda only has a 50% chance of being in her room.
Right. There's a 50% chance that Ganon is required, and there will be a shadow that doesn't open until you kill Ganon. And there's a 50% chance that Zelda will be in her own room, and the only entrance will be...
That is a roar out of TA.
Oh, someone heard a roar? I don't have audio, so that...
Yeah, there's a roar just, I believe, just north of the room he just clipped into. So he's got an idea of where Ganon is, and he's just hoping he never has to go back there again.
Yeah. He does have the bow, so if the silvers are here, which is another flag that's a little bit better than 50-50, because it's 50-50 that the silvers and red ring are forced to 9, plus the silvers could just shuffle to 9 randomly. Then he could still even if Ganon's required, he could potentially solve the sea without leaving. So.
Well, that's a Patra that's getting its revenge. Ah, you thought you could get away from me? I'm just gonna hit you as soon as you walk in. And TA's doing something that a lot of runners don't. He's pretty much going down every staircase as soon as he finds it.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he may need to end up with the silvers, so going down each staircase when he pops out on the other side eliminates 2 different rooms.
Sure. So yeah, there are a lot of ways to approach exploration in 9, and then since he might need the silvers, and resolving the staircases makes some sense. Oh, and he bought wood arrows. I didn't even catch that. It might have been when he was dropping frames. So that's speeding up these pulls voice too.
Yeah, he did end up with a good batch of money, but as soon as when he got it, like I mentioned before, he was kind of taxed into buying some stuff other than getting that atlas. So he grabbed the wood arrows, he grabbed his candle that he needed.
And with shapes level 9, you know it's going to be a square with some squares missing. It helps to know which squares are missing, but it's not... I mean, it saves some bombs, but it's... I feel like the map of shapes level 9 is not as big a deal as the map of shapes other levels. But what is a big deal is TA has the silver arrows, so if he has to kill Ganon, he is now equipped to do so.
Yeah, this is starting to feel like one of those races where Shatty's up to 7 Triforces, and he's digging his way towards the 8th. But this just feels like a race where TA might finish before Shatty even gets in line.
Yeah, I mean, Shatty's doing pretty well. I mean, he's at 47 minutes, and he's almost into 9. But I mean, TA has just had an incredible run here. Like, kind of hard to keep up with. And here's Ganon. Unfortunately,
had the stun lock, lost it for a little bit, able to pick it back up, getting fireballed. Come on.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit of a slideshow, but ooh, stun locked him.
Down goes Ganon.
Wow.
Let's see if this north route is the princess here.
Now, gonna have to look a little more, but if Ganon was required, Zelda's door is open. Well, Zelda's door will be open. He can walk into Zelda's room whether or not Ganon. So now it's just a matter of hide and seek.
Well, it's also a matter of Shatty doesn't even know where this 9 is yet, because he only got the recorder recently.
That's right. And 9 is it was in the desert, right? Recorder block.
Yes. So he's went to the northeast corner to start. So at least he didn't try to go like dig out more of Death Mountain or the grave site.
Yeah, the one thing that could change things is if Zelda turns out to be ladder locked. Now we noticed that Ganon was not in his room, and we see Ganon's room not with Ganon in it. So Zelda's not necessarily in Zelda's room, which means the entrance to Zelda is not necessarily from the south. So anything goes for exploration now.
So another room, another staircase for TA. This takes him up to the northeast corner. I think he's done most of this area already. Zelda and shoot behind Chevy.
Yeah.
Stop.
Chat is praying for a troll that will extend the life of those races. And I don't blame them. It's been fun to watch. So would be glad to have more of it.
Well, in my eyes, I'm like, all right, you want more racing? Okay, let TA win, and then you get game 3.
That's true. Chat openly trolling comms.
Thanks, Shifty. I'm just playing. All right, how about another Patcher to kill? Can you handle that? Yeah, TA's got this easy. All right, Shatty found his 9, so we do have a race. If this Zelda is open, Shatty could find it before TA now. And that TA just manufactured a bomb drop off of a Baby Zol to get at the same time as it was checking the location there. So both runners are going to be pretty evenly equipped here. We've got both players have their any key. Both players have a decent number of bombs. Nothing that's going to stop them from getting... Ooh, Shetty takes a death from a trap. That's going to hurt.
Shatty getting beamed by Hammer Brothers. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, Shatty got beamed while looking for his potion in his inventory, too. TA has found a handful of water. Multiple places of it. Ooh, and TA gets beamed.
Yeah, trying to move fast through pretty hefty enemy side here. So pretty treacherous.
I see. So there's both traps and a blue wizard who wants to shoot you in the face as you walk into this room. TA was able to work around one of his ladder blocks, but he takes another death even farther in this time. This really goes to show you like how good these two runners are, is that both of them are in 9 and both of them think they can finish in under an hour, but they're both playing really panicked. Like they're almost thinking to themselves like, I might not be able to afford to take a swig of this potion because the 10 seconds could be enough to lose me the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Shatty up to silver arrows, so Shatty now can go kill the beast.
Steel, our tracker, observing in chat that these runners have had some interesting 9s in this race and in game 1. And yeah, I don't think TA has a potion. I would think. I mean, he's killed Ganon. There's no reason not to use it now. So yeah. I see the letter in his inventory. He doesn't have it. I saw him go into a cave, but then I lost some frames. He may have just not had the money for it, or maybe he already used it and I missed it.
I did see it rolled high, so he may have just decided not to grab it. And here's Bowser.
So it'll take Shatty, unfortunately, taking a death. Bowser will take 15 hits from the wood sword, or you can hit the axe and release the bridge under him, but I don't see a bridge in that room, so probably going to have to sword him down.
Yeah, TA is really convinced that he has to kill this blue wizrobe in this one room. And it's the last enemy in there, but Wood Sword no rings, 3 hearts, and there's both traps and beam and fireball statues in the room with him. So this is not something you want to do on your if you're getting into the Zelda community. This is the kind of run where you're like, yeah, let me practice a little bit.
TA saving, interesting. He may, I mean, he only has 5 rupees, so because he's been firing his arrows pretty liberally, he may just decide I want to go to just visit a potion, fairy fountain to just not
seems
keep
he's got
dying.
screen warp over here.
Yeah, TA's overworld movement's quite good still. So, there's a
Shatty getting Bowser drivered.
TA left 9 to go visit a fairy fountain, get his health back, because he was dying on 3 hearts over and over.
Yeah, just a reminder. Even if you're one of the best players in the world, sometimes you still just need that health.
Yeah, and Shatty's really closed the gap in this 9. I mean, TA's probably seen more rooms at this point, but oh. Now, I say that, but if Ganon is required, Shatty's having trouble, and he has joked about how his Ganon is Shatty's Ganon is one of the weaker parts of his game. So, yeah, I'm sure he's self-conscious that he's gonna die to Ganon and see the dot done, which makes it even harder to fight well. Wand doesn't do anything to Wizrobes. Yeah, just swing the sword.
Oh, another death there. Well,
really,
TA's going to be able to up A here to start with a full health bar if he wants.
No, you can only do that once.
Oh, it doesn't seal it like that?
Yeah, no, you save once and it comes back refilling, but if you save again, or if you go back to the same file, it won't do.
Oh, Shatty just barely getting off that potion before the Ganon bot comes.
Alright, Bowser is down. Both runners have killed Ganon. Now it's just a race to find the girl and find the way. Now, one wrinkle. If there's a ladder block, both of them have to go find the ladder, but I don't think they've narrowed it down to that quite yet, so a lot of level 9 to go. And but TA had a big lead that is mostly down to just exploration room count.
I finally got that kill. If he can get out of this room.
Yeah, the traps will save it as long as he gets out of the room alive and doesn't leave the dungeon. Well, he won't have to kill that room again.
He did have to spend all his bombs to get there.
Yeah.
And neither player has found a compass yet either, which is also trolling them. Compass would win the game immediately from both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that key door was the correct door for TA because I think he was already on the other side of that door.
Yeah. I mean, even I didn't see that, but just based on his behavior, I have to assume you'd go for that key door before you'd fight to open the shutter that many times. So I have to assume he was just on. He saw the other side of it. So yeah, both runners have killed Ganon. Oh, if Ganon is required, that's no longer a factor.
Yeah, this. Oh, that's a compass. The Patcher was blocking a compass, and TA now knows what room he needs to get to.
That stairway did not get him any closer. And Shatty doesn't have the compass, so there's no way of knowing it, but he's actually right next to Zelda's room.
Oh, man, if that had bombed, if that wall had bombed, he would have won the game right there.
Yeah.
I think TA is thinking that he needs to go left of this room here and then bomb south. So TA is trying to get back over here. This is like super close.
Yeah, and we know from TA's compass that Shatty is directly north of Zelda. And I don't
TA's clearing this room hoping to get the compass to drop here.
I don't think we've seen any evidence that second quest doors are on, but Shatty pushing against them just in case, it looked like.
Alright, top side didn't bomb. Left side didn't bomb.
Yeah, it looks like this whole area is just blocked off from Zelda, even though she's right. Even though she's kind of kitty corner to where he was. Gonna need to find another way. Now, Shatty doesn't know that, because he doesn't have the compass, but from where we're sitting.
Ah, TA has found the correct room, and the shutter door does not open.
Well, he's on the other side of it. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, that's going the wrong direction. And now I can't tell what happened.
Yeah, because his screen's frozen, but where he's frozen is...
He went back. That was not a way to get to Zelda either.
Yeah, I mean, he was frozen, but we have to think that he tried bombing that wall and everything, so... Okay, so yeah, this is... this is... These runners in their nines, like... I mean, they're the ones who wanted shapes. Couldn't have a straightforward, second quest 9.
Well, TA's seen probably 90% of the runes at this point.
Point in chat, it is possible that the magical staircase into Zelda is behind a river. In which case, neither of them are gonna get it. Until they go find the ladder. But still some rooms to check, so let's see what happens. Now, Shatty's bombing into the right column.
But he didn't use his bomb there. I think his tracker's telling him that he already tried bombing south from there, and that wasn't good enough. So he's got to find a different way to get over to that spot. Shatty And now Shatty's only 2 rooms south of Zelda. Shatty's only 1 room south of Zelda. Oh, old man can't go that way either.
Wait, how? It's a magical staircase into her room. It has to be. We've seen
100%.
We've seen all 4 sides, and they couldn't get to it. So she's sitting on top of a staircase. Ganon not required. Staircase required. Yeah.
And we don't know if we can even access this staircase. We've seen multiple blocks.
Yeah, I've seen the staircase into Zelda before. I'm not sure I've seen it be the only path, but I've seen it.
TA has to find a way in here at some point. Oh, it's the first.
Oh, it's a walkthrough.
Oh,
wow. Shatty bombed that wall, but he did not try walking into it. Get your GGs out in chat for ta909, finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 109 flat.
Wow.
Shatty tried bombing that wall, but he did not try walking into it, and that was the answer.
Wow, that was the first walkthrough wall we saw for the entire seed.
Yeah,
no other wall was walkthrough.
Yeah, I don't think I certainly didn't notice that Second Quest walls were even on, but they can't. Second Quest walls with shapes is a flag, so it rolled on.
Shatty saw 1 wall in 5 that was a walkthrough. So he knew in the back of his head, like, there was a possibility. That's why he went back up there after checking the room with the Gibdos.
Yeah, I'm not. It could take a while for Shatty to make it back there, since he tried bombing that wall. Undoubtedly marked it off.
I think it'll take Shatty finding the compass.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes. GG, TA.
GG. That was quite a 9.
Yeah. You were way ahead into 9, and your lead diminished to nothing as you were searching to that 9. Shatty like collected 3 Triforces and killed Ganon after you killed Ganon. But Shatty also bombed that wall, but didn't try walking into it.
Oh, wow.
We don't think that Shatty has seen a walkthrough wall yet in the entire seed.
I think level 5 had a required walkthrough wall at the beginning.
Yeah,
going right, because it was at the bottom left corner. So I believe there was a required walkthrough wall to get through 5. But
it's so easy
so I
to
could have
forget.
lost that race just like that if that wall bombed instead of was a walkthrough.
Absolutely, and it's so easy to forget that flag even exists.
Yeah, I was really surprised that I was able to walk through that wall on 5 because
Shatty also doesn't have.
I didn't think that was on for shapes. I thought it was only Second Quest, but I guess I don't know. I guess it's
there's a separate flag that's Second Quest walls. So
got it. Okay.
And Shatty doesn't have the compass, so he doesn't even know that he tried to bomb into that room, or he doesn't even know that the room he tried to bomb into was the room. But
yeah, unfortunately, the compass is it's like bottom left. It's guarded by a Patra.
Mm-hmm.
I was really nervous for a bit because there was only one path to the southwest, which I was sure Zelda was there, but she ended up being in the north. But there was only one path that I had on to the southwest that wasn't ladder blocked, and I thought I might have had to leave 9 just to get the ladder. I was panicking a little bit, and the last possible solution to the southwest ended up working. So
yeah, neither of you found the ladder, and we were commenting the whole time that is it going to end up being a ladder blocked path.
Yeah,
much of this seed was based on the fact that when Shatty first went into 8, he thought 8 was ladder block because he did not have the recorder to kill the Dig Dogger that gave you a transport case. And that gave you a good 5 to 8 minute lead on him.
Yeah. I really lucked out with the order I found dungeons in this seed. I think I found 3 early, then I did 1, then I did 2. So, I mean, I had recorder, wand, bow. I had pretty much everything that I needed, in the first 20 minutes or so. So I definitely lucked out a little bit there. But I also made a huge mistake when I was one room away from Zelda, and I realized I was one room away and I didn't see a shuttered door. And I thought, oh, it must be a magic staircase, and I just up-aimed it right away. And then I looked at the map and I'm like, wait, no, it's not. It's not a staircase. It's a bomb or a walkthrough into her room. So
had you eliminated the possibility of a staircase? Because we thought, because it didn't occur to us in the comms booth that it would be a walkthrough that wasn't checked either. So we were thinking it must be a staircase directly into her room because we'd seen all 4 sides. And I guess had you eliminated every staircase by then?
Yeah. Well, no, I had a couple stairs open. It's just I explored every single room around Zelda, so there was no room that was adjacent to Zelda's room. Therefore, there couldn't be a staircase. So I knew when I was by Zelda, I'm like, damn, I need bombs, or I need to
get your GGs in chat for Shatty. He's forfeited out of the race and joined us in the comms booth. GG Shatty.
GG.
GG.
You made up a lot of ground in this race. I was just telling TA, he was into 9, and you had, and you didn't even have all the Triforce pieces yet, and you caught up and killed Ganon and found Silver Arrows, killed Ganon by the time, well, he was still looking. And the answer, do you want to know the answer to how to get into Zelda?
I would love to know the answer.
Yeah, well, you actually bombed the wall. You didn't have the compass, he did, so you didn't know that she was behind this wall, but you bombed the wall. The wall was a magic second quest walkthrough wall. You didn't push against it, you just bombed it.
Oh, remember the Patra?
You would have won if that was a bomb wall.
Yeah, there was a Patra in a diamond stair that had the compass, so
it was so weird. It was so weird because I think I only saw one, like the whole seed in like level 5 through walls. And I was like, did I walk through that wall?
Yeah, and we both missed it. We had some technical difficulties because TA's feed was kind of a slideshow for a while, and so neither of us even picked up on the fact that there was a walkthrough in 5. So we weren't even sure if that flag was on. And then TA finds the wall, walks through it, and our jaws dropped. So really exciting ending there.
Just craziness, man. Like, I wasn't even. I knew there was walk-through walls, but I wasn't really. I didn't have the presence of mind to try to walk through every wall that I was bombing at the same time. So that's just crazy how it came down to a wall being a walkthrough instead of a bomb wall.
Well, and you walked through that wall in 40 something minutes ago, and hadn't found one since then.
Yeah, it's like it's not fresh in my mind, Something that I really liked about this seed is it was 8 Triforces, and it was kind of like your traditional Triforce. All the Triforces go to 9, so it was more of like it's a seed that I'm more familiar with. I get a little flustered and confused sometimes by the random percent flags, so I definitely had a good grasp on the seed. It's just that 9 was something else, and I was banging my head on that one room with the beamos, the spikes, and that one blue wizrobe. I just could not kill it.
Yeah, you died over and over again.
And my god, I was getting really nervous. At the same time
you were dying to that wizrobe, Shatty was trying to do a 3-heart Bowser fight.
Yeah.
And the same thing was happening. He just couldn't. There was one fight he had where I think he got a good 7 or 8 hits in, and he just refused to go to the left side and killed him.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. This 9 was really beating the hell out of both of you. Now, you have a game 3 scheduled? I didn't look yet.
Not yet.
Didn't think we were gonna need the game 3. I thought. Yeah. Yeah, I'll schedule that with Shatty probably,
Yeah.
tomorrow or sometime this weekend. We'll see what's up. But
So do you know yet what your remorse flag will be, Shatty?
I think we'll play 0 HP Ganon.
oh man.
I like that flag because one, it's probably not required half the time, so it's like a waste of a choice. But if he is there, it makes it nice and easy.
Well, this was a blast. Thank you to Captain Green for doing the restream. Thank you for Eat My Steel doing the tracking in the background. I'm John Taven. Thanks to Magic Friends for joining me on commentary, and thank you so much to our runners, ta909 and Shatty. What an entertaining race. We got. Do we? I don't have the schedule right in front of me. This is the last race of tonight, so. We'll have more races tomorrow. So I don't think we have any restreams assigned. So watch Randomania and Speed Gaming for those. Oh, we have another race that's still going on Randomania. Okay, so I guess the Bogey Smalls Ellendar race, which started earlier but isn't done yet. So
actually, I think they went to game 2 because the first seed was a blitz seed.
Oh, okay. So all right, so we got that going on over on Randomania. Go check that out.